For some reason, I thought this was a good idea. You know, I made a few apology videos. Just a few of them. Just a couple. So I feel like I have the basic knowledge and skill to determine what makes a bad apology video and what makes a good apology video. So sit back and learn, just in case you become a YouTuber and decide to mess up it as well, like most of us. Now, what makes the perfect YouTube apology video? A couple things. There's a couple things. First off, the most important thing, you need to start off with a sigh. You need to tell your audience immediately that this is a heavy video to make and it's an extreme burden on your shoulders. And there's no better way to do that, but...
You know, and I'm sorry that I'm tearing up.
Number two, what you want to do is shift blame. Shift blame whatever you could do, okay? Never take responsibility. If you take responsibility, then that's admitting that you're wrong. And doing that, that's just impossible. Never admit that you were wrong.
I mean, I was responsible for everything. But I had no power to change anything. Whenever I would try to change something, I got beaten down pretty viciously. You know, it was, well, somebody did this and we're going to hold you responsible and we're going to punish you for it. It's like, but I didn't have anything to do with it. That doesn't matter. We want to punish you because we're afraid to go after the real perpetrators. We're afraid to go after the real criminals. And, you know, sometimes the criminals are their buddies.
Rule number three, play the victim. You want to make sure that people know that this has been a great inconvenience to you, okay? This has been a big problem for you. So you might want to bring up something like, let's say, I'm getting cyberbullied.
The amount of hostility, the hatred, the vitriol, the negativity that came my way. And, you know, this was back in 2005. And I remember a couple of them, they called up an acting school that I was a part of. And they were telling the acting coaches, oh yeah, he's just there because he wants to find opportunities to rape young women. This is basically what they were saying. And then when I confront them about it on video, they're like, well, I have nothing to do with how they think about you. And it's like, no, you do, because you deliberately called and told them things that were false. But see, they don't want moral agency. They want power, but no responsibility for their fucking actions.
Or if you're in deep trouble, what you want to do is you want to bring in death threats. Because basically anyone that messes up on the internet will get death threats. It's just how the internet works. Unfortunately, there's going to be that 0.01% of people that go too far. And that's an effective way to just diminish every other criticism, the 99.9% of everything else that people have to say. Excuse me, I'm getting death threats, okay? Oh, I messed up? Oh, well, a few selected people have decided to send mean comments to me. So, I think your point is invalid.
I mean, I was in prison for over 1.5 years. And during that time, they were still pumping out videos, slandering me on forums, slandering me to other people, slandering me, constant defamation and slander. I was nowhere near a computer. I was nowhere near internet.
You know, you could always say that you take 100% responsibility, but then shift it completely to someone else. That's always a good sneaky move to make. Maybe say like, you know what, this was 100% my fault that you were offended.
This person trusts me. I can con them into signing forged documents. Oh yeah, it's perfectly legal. Okay, because I trust you because you're my only friend. You know, and if I would have had a healthy family, a healthy childhood, I would have seen the red flags immediately, and I would have been like, yeah, this isn't somebody I want to be around. Because I would have seen him for the criminal that he was and is. You know, and I'm sorry that I'm tearing up.
Why is this so comedic? You know, you're watching someone crying. You're not supposed to laugh, right? But I think most people think this is funny. I don't know why. Is it the rubbing? I'm not buying it. I don't think anyone is buying it.
And it's like... I mean, the amount of hatred that people have for each other in our society. And it's this hatred, this desperate need to control. It's this, well, since I can't control you, I'm going to destroy you. And it's like, it's insane. You know, and I'm sorry that I'm tearing up.
Oh! You know what? I'm sorry. This is the perfect apology video. When you mess up, you want to underplay it as much as possible. You want to make sure that people get the lowest form of what you did. So,
and see, the thing of it is, hey, I admit I've had a lot of failures in life.
I've done this as well. This is a great... You can't make excuses in your apology video, but it's just so damn hard not to. So what you want to say is, I'm not making any excuses, but then you can still sort of sneak excuses in there, you know? It was 6 years ago. I'm not making any excuses. It was a retweet. I'm not making any excuses. If you want to make a good apology video, just be honest. Don't try and think that you can trick the internet, because you can't. People are smarter than you think, and they'll see through all this bullshit. It's easier for me to say this looking back, of course. But it might be a good lesson for everyone out there. That's it for YouTube apology videos. There's clearly a lot more of them, but we're way over time, so smash a like. Goodbye.